individuals. They are supposed to, they are there to curb the excesses of the police, to check the attitude of the police, not civilians. So that is it. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
I get you.
So with that, we can always put all that through.
Yeah, we'll go in there. Yeah.
So if you want to start your interview, you can let him.
Signal.
Yes.
Yes, good evening, sir, once again.
Good evening, my
My
brother.
name is Raymond Najomo from this day newspapers. Yeah, so as I said earlier on, we're talking about the youths and you know, the youths and the crimes and all of that they are taking. But before we do that, can we get to can we have an insight into your background?
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
My name is Akin Oladipo Agbe. I'm the national president of Civil Rights Liberty Organization.
Okay.
I'm also a member of Amnesty International.
Okay.
So I'm a human rights advocate, and I'm mandated to protect, defend the fundamental human rights of individuals. And also, my responsibilities also include ensuring equality and fairness, and also equal treatment to all citizens. So that's my primary objectives.
Okay. Now, what are the philosophies that have guided you in life, and how did you come about those philosophies?
Well, actually, what prompted me in this field is that I discovered that there are so many individuals that even if they know their rights, yet their right is still being trampled upon with impunity, either by the federal government, by the police, or individuals, or government parastatals. So I find it necessary that it is necessary for me to come in line to rescue people in this kind of situation, and that is why I take up the challenges.
Now, who are those people around the world that you would refer to that they have also inspired you in this your trade, your professional journey?
Thank you so much. First of all, well, you have to be inspired by somebody.
Yes.
But however, this activism is an inborn thing. It's an inborn thing. It's not something you practice.
Okay.
It's not something you practice. Although you have leaders who you will be looking onto,
Yes.
for instance, like Nelson Mandela,
Yes.
like Femi Falana, like the late Gani Fawemi, and some other people who have fought for people's rights. So this encourages you more to continue the struggle. But honestly, it's an inborn thing. If you don't have the fear of God in you, you will not be able to stand to defend people's rights. You will not be able to stand to fight for everybody's right. But with God's side, you succeed.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. What is, in your view, the consequences of the get-rich mentality of today's youth? And on the contrary, and they themselves, if they are orientated, what do you think this nation would look like in the future?
Well, thank you so much, my brother. What I foresee in this situation is that, first of all, we have to blame the leaders. In a situation where the homes are not settled, definitely you cannot get a good result from that home. The leaders of today that are piloting the affairs of Nigeria are not assisting the youth at all. So they have left them to decide on their own. And in a situation like that, definitely you will get more increase of crime. Because, for instance, you see most of our youth of today, majority of them are graduates. And yet, there is no job for them. Nothing is coming out for them. And when we are talking about leaders, most of the leaders we have today, they are even celebrating how they are looting the treasury meant for the public. For instance, if I may mention, I have to mention him because I'm annoyed with him. Dino Melaye. Look at the way and manner he is celebrating corruption in the public. Somebody that is representing set of people, forgetting that there are youth that are watching. Nobody don't want to be rich. Everybody wants to be rich. Everybody wants to make name. Everybody want to make things proper. Out of 1 million set of people, definitely you cannot expect them to think the same. But if there's a way where the federal government has created job for these people, let them be busy doing something, then crime will be minimized. So the fault is from the government, because if the federal government, the leaders are not thinking of the youth at all. They are not thinking about them at all. All what they are thinking about, they are thinking only on their own, on themselves. For instance, no facility, no good roads, no work for these people, no electricity. All the amenities that are supposed to be there are not there for these people. But if all these things are there, those that can trade will be able to trade. Those that can maybe want to become a barber, or maybe they want to have a self trade on their own, we have the mind to do that. But now this time around, because there's no job for these people, they are looking for other means. What is Yahoo Yahoo? Yahoo, there is nothing called Yahoo Yahoo. There is nothing called Yahoo Yahoo. Yahoo Yahoo is something that if Nigerians will like giving names to things. Yeah. So we formulate different types of things and we give it to ourselves. There is nothing called Yahoo Yahoo. There is nothing called 419. 419 is in a section of the law. Yes. It's obtained under false pretense. So whoever that maybe they want to Yahoo, that means they want to obtain from that person. Check that person. That person they want to obtain from is a greedy person. Because if you don't have the spirit of greed in you, you will not be able to be, associating or discussing with somebody that you don't know, a stranger. But because of the greed in you, you yourself, you want to cheat on that person. And that person that cheated on you, you now raise alarm that yes, he has Yahoo me. What is Yahoo? Nobody can Yahoo me. Nobody can obtain from me because I'm not interested to have any business with any other person. Do you get me? Some people, sometimes they call me on phone. Sometimes they introduce business to me on phone, and with due respect, I will tell them I'm not interested. Hand them off. Because you off from there. But if I should continue because of my greed, then I will allow him to penetrate in me, and thereafter I can be duped.
All right, sir. Let's go to the police issue. Yeah. We also have youths in the police. Yes. And we also understand that there is a section, do I call it a section or a body of your human rights activity in the police. Yes. How is the function going like now?
Thank you so much, my brother. I like this topic and I like this question you just asked. Yes. I, Akin Oladipo, the National President of Civil Rights Liberty Organization, in 2010, I'm going to go against police brutality, which of course we have the papers from the Inspector General of Police, and thereafter we also initiated the human rights sections in the police, that the police department is supposed to have human rights sections. Well, the human rights section was created and they have them at the stations, on all stations, which they call them sections. But we discovered some certain things, because normally we do visit the stations randomly. We now discovered so many things that the human rights section, what they are supposed to have been doing, was neglected. They've neglected it. Our purpose of forming that human rights section is that if there's a human rights section in any divisional headquarters or any command, the human rights sections are to look into the excesses of the police. Their focus is on police, not on civilians.
Okay.
Their focus should be on police. Their attitude, they should watch the attitude of the police. And that's what they are human rights body. And as a human rights body, what they are expected to do is, first of all, they have to make sure they are concerned about arrest. They are supposed to concern about detention. They are supposed to concern about letters going to court. And they are supposed to be concerned about cells. And they are supposed to be concerned about brutality, which of course have been neglected by the sections. So we sat down and I thought of what to do again. And I wrote to the Inspector General of Police, copied the Commissioner of Police. However, the Commissioner of Police and the PPRO of Lagos State Command, Bala Ikana, actually agree with us with all what we have said and the attitude of the policemen. They have taken that section as a banking industry where they can easily make money. And this sections was not formulated in that form. Why the sections are there is to curb the excess of the police. We now get to the CJ of Lagos State. We are happy and we do appreciate it. The Honorable Chief Judge even gave his own support, that is supporting our operations. And very soon, Civil Liberty Organization with some other police officers and the judiciary, possibly the NBA, will come together to start visiting stations. We are not animals in Nigeria. We are not animals, and we should not be treated as one. And so that is why we want them to focus on their duties. We want them to focus on their functions. If you are a human rights body, make sure you follow what the human rights rules has said. And if you are not ready, then we ask the commission to close to close the human rights section at the station. If they need to investigate individuals, they have other departments at their stations. Let's go there, not human rights. Because each and every person in Nigeria today, if they hear of anybody called human rights, they believe that you should be an honest person. So for an officer, if a police officer saying that I'm from the human rights office, I work in the human rights, they believe they are safe.
Yes.
But instead, the human rights section start investigating individuals, civilians. Why? Leaving their jobs behind. Are they not supposed to go into what is happening in this country? They'll be hearing about SARS raiding on innocent ones, innocent people around in every community, killing people.
I witnessed some today.
Yes, killing people, raiding on people. They have kept quiet. They are not saying anything, and they let those people to be doing whatever anything they like to do. In violating people's rights with impunity, this must stop. We don't have any pity. We have zero tolerance on such thing. We don't appreciate anyone or any organization or any authority to violate anybody's fundamental human rights. And that is why we have set to reform that institutions.
All right, sir. Well, gotten. Now we'll come back to that issue of police. Now, some of the youth who knows you, who are looking at you as a role model, they know you.
Yes.
They only see your glory today, but they don't know your story.
Yes.
They don't know where you start from. So can they hear from you how you've gone before you got to where you are today?
Well, thank you so much, my brother. It's a long story.
Yes.
I was not born with a golden spoon.
Yes.
I'm from a poor home, and my mother was a trader and I happened to be the only son in the family. But I tried all I could to see that things are better for me. Because right from the time that when I was small, when I was in primary school, I do tell my schoolmates then that I like to be somebody in life, and at that time, I concentrated more on my studies. When we were in secondary school, especially when we were in class 5, we have some bad boys among us. I try to withdraw myself from them, because if you have bad friends, definitely you can be influenced by bad friends. So I decided not to go with bad boys. So this assisted me a lot. And at the same time, immediately I finished my secondary school, I also went to the tertiary institution. In those days, I used to have a classmate. His name is Joseph. He smokes in that hem, and he drinks a lot. And I do advise him at that time that what you are doing, you are doing this, you are killing yourself. It's late now. It's not alive. It's not alive. But he do tell me that without taking these things, he will not be able to concentrate on the study. I said it's a lie. So he tried to, influence me to be taking it, but I refused. And I decided to stay back, and also because I was looking at, there are some people I was looking onto at that time, because at that time I do hear about Awolowo's name, and because I believe that all the names I'll be hearing about Awolowo and Abiola, that they are from poor home, but they made themselves to be somebody, and so that was my aim as well, that at least these are people that their background is not too it's okay, and today people know them and they are rich, and they are people Nigerians can be proud of. So, and that's why I have to build up myself to this level. So I decided not to mix with any bad boys, any bad friends. Even up till now, as I'm here, as I'm telling you now, up till now, I don't go to beer parlors. Up to this time, I'm telling you, I don't associate myself with bad people. I don't.
That's very good, sir. Now, 2020 expectation to the public there. What they are expecting from the Civil Rights Liberty Organization, as a president, what are they to expect? And majorly, where do you see the human rights section in the police? At least for the next 10 years, let's be sincere to ourselves. We know how corrupt the police has been. You understand? How strong do you see these members, this body under the police, standing up against the police brutalization?
Well, thank you so much. You see, let me say this. Definitely, we are winning already. Because I could remember in 2004, 2005, 2009, 2010, you agree with me that at that time, to see a DPO in the office is like you want to see the governor.
Yes.
So it wasn't an easy task. And even at that time, Stacey Adepanti, I could remember vividly, people don't pass through that side because they're always scared, they're always afraid. Even the commissioner of police office, to see the commissioner of police at that time is like you want to see God. But we volunteered ourselves, and that was why at the time we waged war against police brutality. At the time we waged war against police brutality, it wasn't an easy task, but we penetrated in them, and now you can see that even at this period, for any police officer to collect what is called bribe, they are always very careful. They are very, very careful. So if they say that, okay, give me something, they are very, very careful. So we are coming up. We will get there. So at that time, on 2010, we succeeded in bringing police and the public together. So the public are not supposed to be afraid of them. They are our friends, and we cannot do without them, and they cannot as well do without us. So definitely we are still going to achieve this human rights section, as you are saying. The human rights in the police is still coming up. There is no how that, reforming. By the time we are reforming, definitely civilians will still go in to the police sections, whereby the civilians will be managing the section of the human rights very, very soon. So not just the police, even overseas. Even overseas, it is not the police that are in charge of human rights sections. There are bodies that are in charge of them. So it's like, in Nigeria today, we have this mentality that probably maybe they want to come and see what we are doing. They want to know about us. No, that's the sentiment. Everybody have the interest of this country. Everybody wants to focus his attention on justice. So if it's not only the police, or even sometimes we go to court. Sometimes we go to court to watch proceedings. Do you understand? To see proceedings, to know what is happening, even in the courts. So not only police, but definitely we'll get there.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Now, your advice for legal practitioners and civil advocates who are looking up to you as role models.
Yes.
What's your advice for them?
Well, thanks so much, my brother. My advice is this. We have different types of legal practitioners. In every profession, there are different types of people, characters. Sometimes, even in my office here, we have some lawyers that if you see the way and manner they behave, you will be wondering, is this truly a lawyer? But no, it is because it's been in the anxiety to make money. If you are too anxious to make money, you won't get to where you want to get to. Money is good, but it's gradual. It's gradual. It's gradual. It's gradual. And you cannot eat more than your stomach. And whatever you have, definitely God will bless it. So my advice for them is to concentrate and to believe on their profession. Because if you don't believe on your profession, then you misbehave. You start misbehaving. So that is very important.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much.